Hey y'all, I'm back. Hopefully you can find this. New stream. Let's do this again. Sorry about that. So we're having construction in our neighborhood. They're putting fiber optic internet, which is awesome, right? But I think it probably interfered with the stream. Hopefully that doesn't happen a lot throughout this video. Okay, yay. If I don't have any admins join, moderators, I may ask somebody to see if any of you can volunteer to be a moderator. So hi guys, we are sewing up the Rainier, the brand new pattern from KDill Handmade. I'm trying to find it. Here it is. Okay, here is, I'll just restart. Okay, so this is the bag that we are sewing up today. This is the Rainier. It is super cute. I love it so much. This was my first one. I did piping. Okay, well, we're just, you guys. I don't know if it's the internet or the camera. So hopefully we'll be okay. I'll have to keep a close eye on it. Yeah. Okay. So this is what we're doing. We're going to start. I already did my connectors for my crossbody strap. Those are done and top stitched. Yeah, if it'll be worth it once we get the fiber optic internet. Absolutely. If this happens again, I'll probably just stop and maybe pre-record this video. But hopefully we can have success from here on out. Okay. I'm working on my zipper panel here. I folded all my edges and now I am going to put this together. Are we going to make the pipe thingy? I want to learn how to do the piping. Yeah, we are going to do the piping on this bag. Yes, ma'am. Actually, I want the tape on here, not on my zipper tape. Okay, I'm going to put tape on one side of each of these on the right side. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely do the piping. I think I finally have gotten it down pretty well. So I'll show you how I'm doing that. And I would highly recommend it on this bag. I think it adds so much on this bag. It looks really good. Okay, like I said on the other video too, I'm using my Let's Ghoul variegated thread. It's perfect for spooky season and I think it's going to look really cute on this purple fabric or on this purple vinyl. Faux reel from Tulip Bee, and then the canvas is, I think it's from Printy Fabrics, but I don't know if Printy Fabrics is still in business. So there's that. But if she is, go grab some. I got it a while ago. All right, so I'm putting my zipper right side down onto one of my zipper panels here. And then I'm going to take the next one. Hi, Natalie. Yay. We have one admin on here. Oh, I may have to add someone if nobody else shows up. Okay. Okay, sandwich that on, and we are going to sew that on. And I'm trying to remember. I don't think I have to change to a zipper foot. Nope. 1/4 inch seam allowance. Go for it. Thank you, Natalie. Printy sold their designs to My Punkbroidery. There you go. I didn't know that, Diane. That's awesome. All right, and then I want to fold them out and top stitch. I know that she was selling her business, Printy Fabrics, and moving to Mexico, so good for her. I think they were retiring. So super happy for her. All right, and then I'm going to top stitch those together. All right, that is one side. Cute. And then we'll do the second. Here we go. So I like to start my zipper where the fold ends, right there. From folding that raw edge back, right side down, tape on, and repeat. All right, sew that on. All right, top stitch. Here we go. Thank you, Natalie. There's the pattern link for anybody who wants to check out this pattern. Yay, done, out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and just snip my centers for that. So we know where we're lining that up at when we put it on. And we will continue on to the next step. Okay, beautiful. Okay, first thing that we do is the back panel assembly. So we are going to get those pieces. We have our exterior bottom back slip pocket and lining. And exterior bottom back. Again, I interfaced all of my pieces with Decaville Light. And exterior bottom back. Yeah, Decaville Light. All right, here we go. So with this, what we're doing is we want this piece right side up, and this piece is gonna go right side down. And you kind of want to make sure you got that centered. It's about a 1/2 inch in on each side. Okay, and I'm going to just clip that. Oh, wait. No, I want to do my lining. Sorry. Back. Like that. Sorry, lining piece, not the exterior. The exterior goes sandwiches on top of that when you're done. So your lining piece right sides together. You're making this little slip pocket. It's really cute how she does it. Okay, so it should look like that from the back. You see the right side of your lining. We're going to sew along this cutout along the top and attach that lining piece. Okay, here we go. It is Purple Tulip Bee. Yep, it's her satin. Ooh, what does she call it? It's a faux real, but it's like the satin pearly type. Oh, so pretty. Let me do one more. I know, I'm a matte kind of girl too, but this shimmer is so cute. All right, so you kind of want to put a little, well, we want to cut this out. I'm going to trim away this lining piece here. And you want to just make a little snip right here in the corner, and it's going to help this fold back better. I don't think, Jamie, that Susan will ever start her own YouTube channel. She's got lots of things going on, and she just hops on to help me out. So if you want to see Sue, you got to come on my channel. Satin purple. Thank you. Yeah, when I got this color, I thought, I don't know. And then I put it with the Polar Bear White for piping, and I'm all, yep, this is going to be awesome. Okay, we just want to fold this down, and then we're going to top stitch along this edge that we just sewed. I'm just trying to get my material to crease nicely there. All right, so that's what the front looks like now, and that's what the back looks like. We're going to top stitch that. Cute. And then you just put this one right on top, right sides together, and then it peeks out behind that. You see that? And then that's your little slip pocket. Isn't that cute how she does that? So you just want to clip that, and then we're going to sew it onto the lining piece. Cute, right? So I'm going to just flip this up and I'll sew the lining together with that other piece. Beautiful. Isn't that cute? That's your back slip pocket. And I'm going to go ahead and just fold that in half. And I need to know where the center is right up here for when we put together everything. Okay, I'm going to put that aside. And we are going to work on our flap next. And I'll show you how I do the piping for the flap. All right, so here are my flap pieces, and here's one of my piping pieces. All right, so the piping needs to start about 1 inch down. Where's my ruler? There it is. So I'm just gonna mark my starting and stopping point for that. So my piping is a vinyl piece. It was cut 1 1/8 wide. I folded it in half and put some skinny cotton piping down the middle and basted it, okay? It's 24 inches long. That's my stopping and starting point. So first we need to just baste this on. So I'm gonna start it about right there and clip it first, okay? We're just gonna clip this on first. And I'll be pulling it on and off at that marking that we did because you don't want it to go all the way up to that edge. Okay, really important for piping. When you take it around curves, you need to put clips in it so it stretches around that curve. Oh, I'm so sorry. Somebody must have just come home. So I'm just putting little like 1/8 inch snips in this curve here. Yeah, that's probably good. Okay. Hi, Val. And then as I'm going to be putting it on, I'm kind of stretching it a little bit. I don't know if you can see, but I'm stretching it with that curve. If you don't give it that stretch, then when you go to turn it all out, it's going to be wrinkly and it's not going to lay correctly around the curves. So give that a stretch. And then I want to put more snips around this one. I didn't go far enough. Okay, and then I'm just going to baste this on first, just basting. I'm going to have to change to, well, I don't know if I will. We'll see. I have learned with piping, my best result is when I do a 3/8 inch seam allowance around it and get as close to that piping as possible. So, you know, if you go one time around and it just, there's too much, I'll show you on the bag that I did, the flap, I had too much space with the piping. And then I learned on the body to get a little bit closer and it was a lot better. Okay, so there's that. I'll show you real quick. So I don't know if you can tell, but on this flap here, there's a little bit more space than is needed. I should have gotten closer to the piping, but I fixed it down here. It's perfect down here. And this was a 3/8 inch seam allowance. This was a 1/4. So that was the difference between that. Whoops. All right, so let's baste this on first and then we'll assemble. So what I do is I take my flap and kind of turn it off of my material right where that mark is, that 1 inch mark. And hold it there, and then there we go. And then baste it all on. And then when I come back up here, I'm going to pull it back off. And then I'll trim it down even with the panel. I need my better scissors for that. Look at that. Okay, now we're going to attach the lining. If you are doing a magnetic snap, I would do it on this before we turn everything, but I am doing one that goes all the way through the 2 panels. So I don't need to do it right now. Okay, so I want to go right sides together and we're going to sew this flap together, and I'm going to get as close to that piping cording as I can, which for me, again, is about a 3/8 inch seam allowance around this flap. So pattern calls for a 1/4. So just, you know, you're going just a little bit bigger, but it's okay. It'll give you the look that you want. Trust me. Hi, Wendy. Okay, we're going to sew around. I'm not sewing the top. I'm going to see if I can do it with my regular foot. I might have to switch. I think I'll be okay. Yeah, it's nice and close. It's riding right up against it. don't have a piping foot. If you have a piping foot, obviously try that. I think that's what Amber, the Crafty reporter, uses, and she gets great piping results, but I don't have a piping foot. But I think I can get a good result just with this regular foot. I'm going nice and slow just to make sure it's even. Hi, Hazel. Yeah, this smooth skinny foot, and with the cotton piping that I'm using, it glides right on top of it. So for me, it works just as good. All right, fingers crossed. I think we're good. Ooh, yeah. I think it looks good, guys. I'm just going to trim this down a little bit because I don't want all this thickness. Because I did do a bigger seam allowance. Okay, I'm going to give it a blast of heat real quick because of the material I'm using and the Decaville. And then we'll turn it. So I'm just grabbing my hairdryer over here real fast. Whoops. Sorry about that. Yeah, this smooth foot that I got off of Amazon is kind of fabulous. Lindy, you'll probably love it. Okay. Okay. Ooh, looks good. Look at that. Look at that piping. Love it. Okay. I'm just going to get it to really get it out there. Much better than my first one. Much better. All right. And then I just want to top stitch. Turning is the bane of your existence. Yeah, I know. Me too. Hairdryer does wonders. All right. Where can you get the plaid vinyl? It's canvas, and it was from Printy Fabrics. I don't know if it's, I guess, was bought out by my Punkbroidery, so I don't know if it's a print that she carries or not. I got it quite a while ago, I think. All right, I'm going to top stitch that. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and close up the top because I don't need it left open. My lock is going through all my pieces. Okay. She looks good. Can you guys see the thread on that? I don't know if you can. It looks really good. Okay. I'm going to clip the center of that. Boop. We want to take this piece and our back piece that we finished earlier. Okay, we're going to do a sandwich here. You want that facing up, centers. I'm going to baste this on first, and then I'll add the top band piece. I am using Let's Ghoul variegated thread. So it's like orange, purple, white, black, and green. It's so cute. All right. I have it in stock in 45 and 70 right now for Halloween. Okay, so this is my top band. I'm going to put that right side down between these two. Sandwich that in there and sew. I'm just making sure I'm using the right seam allowance. Okay, yes. I think it's 1/4 throughout most of it. All right, we're going to top stitch through the top band right up there with our seam allowance going down. Right? Yes. Our seam allowance going up, I mean. Melanie, thank you. I was trying to steer away from the only colors I've been doing lately are white, black, brown, and pink. So I was like, I've got to do something different. So this is what I came up with. Okay. She has you putting the binding on this piece. I'm not binding. Sorry, the piping. I put the piping on my gusset piece on the first one, and it went on just fine because I did all the clips and everything, and it was great. So I am going to do the piping on my main piece here, and I just need to mark my beginning and end. Okay. You love that thread color, isn't it pretty? I wish you guys could see it on this purple because it's kind of amazing. It looks really good on this purple. Okay, so I'm just going to do my piping along here. Easy peasy. I'm just going to clip it at the beginning so it kind of stays in place as I turn it off. Just like that. Beautiful. I am using a King Max GC0302. It is equivalent to the Juki 1181N. I have the link in my Amazon store. I think it's linked in my Amazon store is linked in the description in the video. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's in there. I don't know if I put it in there or not. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Linda. All right, here we go. Second side. Wendy, I am making the Rainier by KDill Handmade. All right, beautiful. That's that. I'm going to keep that out right there because we're going to do that in just a minute. First, we want to finish the front panel. So I'm going to get my front panel piece here. And I need to mark where my magnetic snap goes, which is right on there. Okay. I think this front piece would also be very cute as a slip pocket as well. If you wanted to add a slip pocket to the front too, I think that would also be kind of awesome. Okay, so I'm using this bigger lock here, this circle lock. So this piece is going to be screwed onto my flap. Okay. And then this piece, so the male piece goes here, right in there, and then I'll screw that onto the flap. So I want the female piece here on the bottom. It's been a hot second since I've used this lock on something, and I really do love this lock. It's super cute for bags with flaps. and magnetic snaps. And it's not that hard to install at all. So the bottom part is just like a regular magnetic snap. And the top part is just 2 screws. Like it's not anything crazy difficult. And they add a lot to a bag. I do need to add my nameplate. Where am I going to add that? What did I do on this last bag? I did it on the back, I think. Yeah. Okay. And then I like to cover my prongs. I use this just self-adhesive woven. You can use duct tape, whatever you have. Just make sure your prongs are covered. Okay. Hi, Shanta. Beautiful. And I think I'm going to... Sorry, just a second. I want to add my name plate to the front here. I'm just going to do it right up here. Hi, baby girl.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm just on a video.
What are you doing?
I'm making a bag.
What kind of bag?
A cute bag.
Cute.
A Halloweeny.
Where's the one from yesterday?
It's upstairs. It's really cute.
You're making a Halloween one?
I'm making it. Look at my thread. It's Halloween colors.
Oh my goodness, I see that.
Isn't that cute?
Wait, what?
Isn't that cute?
How did you do that?
How did I do
What
what?
is it, like a type of thread?
It's the thread.
Oh, I see.
It's called variegated thread.
Oh yeah, I see that.
You see it?
It's Halloween. I love it.
Halloweeny.
Happy for you.
Thanks. You too. Are you going to take my Sweeney on a walk?
Yeah.
Okay. She would love it.
She's just hanging out with me right now.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to do about 3.5 inches down from the bottom. I think that looks pretty good. Hi, Rayvon. How are you? All right, so this little nameplate, it's a little tricky because it's not always perfect where the prongs go. So I'm going to try my best. I'm going to like do an imprint into my material, and I feel like that's the best way to get it set on there. Don't go away. Right there and right there. There. Beautiful. Natalie says, hi, Abigail.
What?
Natalie says, hi.
Hi, Natalie. If I have time, can I clean your car?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
You don't have to ask me twice. I just have to have it by 3 to pick up kids.
Yeah, I'm leaving around 3.
Okay, where are you going?
With Jamie.
Okay. Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Hey, we're doing family dinner and games on Sunday.
Okay.
If you wanted to join.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. All right.
For sure, for sure.
All right. Love you. Can't find what on my website, Kathy. What are you looking for? The locks? They are search magnetic lock, and it should pop up. All right. Oh, baby. Cute. I love this nameplate. It is seriously one of my favorites. I need to get it in more finishes. Hi, Lisa. Oh, the thread. Search variegated or Let's Ghoul, and it should pop up. It's under variegated threads. All right. There's my name plate. Beautiful. And the lock high ogres. All right, so we just need to put the top piece on, the top band. And we'll go to the hidden connectors after that. Thank you, Natalie. Hi, Katie. How did your event go this past weekend, right? Was it this past weekend? I saw your videos and pictures. I hope you had success. Again, I think if you added a slip pocket right here, it would be super cute as well. And I meant to do that and then I forgot. So, womp womp. Hi, Jean. Did you take out the innards of the piping prior to sewing over the end you're folding off the edge? Michelle, no, because it's just cotton. So my machine goes right through it. All right, and then I think she has you, yep, flatten this seam allowance and stitch down both sides. It went well. That's one of my OG markets. Always great. Oh, I'm so glad you have so many cute items. I still want to buy one of your cotton canvas bags. Hi, sister. Hello from Alabama. Susan, your bag from yesterday was beautiful, wasn't it? She did such a good job on that candlewood tote yesterday. It was so awesome. Okay. You guys, can you see that variegated thread? Seriously. I always forget to use it. I'm so glad I did it with this purple. It just looks so good. All right. Did you see the new bag like the Clea sling, but with the gusset? Yes, Katie. I'm the one who told her to do that. I said, you need to write this with a big gusset. And so she's like, okay. I'll be sewing that next week. For sure. All right, we're going to do our hidden connectors now. Yeah, she messaged me after I did the videos on it, and she's like, okay, I'm making it with the bigger gusset. I'm all, yay! All right, so I have the markings already on here for my hidden connectors. Now, if you're like, I do not want to do hidden connectors, you don't have to, but I'm here to tell you they are not very hard to do. They're actually pretty fun. And I feel like it's a good skill set to learn. So there's my cutout. You cut just along the lines there. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same on this one. Yeah, I'll be doing that new sling next week. Hopefully, before I go to Ohio Swag Dash. Maybe it'll be my Ohio Swag Dash bag that I take with me. All right, so I got the both sides cut out there, okay? Not hard, not hard. We are gonna take our connectors, and I am using these brand new connectors that I designed that are on my website. I have them in everything except the matte rainbow right now. So go snag some. We're using them at the Lynn's Handmade Retreat on the Monroe. It's nice because you could do a handle on the back here, and then you can also clip a crossbody strap on the D-ring. So it's like a dual connector, or you can just use it for a crossbody strap and just have a little bit more style to it. It's kind of cute. All right, so for this one, it should be a nice snug fit. okay? You don't want it to be loose. You want it to be snug. You want to slide the connector into the cutout. The wrong side is up because you're going to be sliding it down in like that, and you want the right side up when you do that. She has you line it up with the top edge of your gusset. So right there, just make sure it's nice and straight. And I'm going to clip it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side while I've got it out here. So wrong side up, centered right there, and clip it. You're going to take this and you're going to flip it over. This edge right here is where you are sewing. Right here, an 1/8 inch stitch, and you want to stay within your connector. You don't want to go outside of your connector. You want to stay right inside of it. So from here to here, 1/8 inch along that edge, okay? Really don't want to go outside of that connector. Aw, Kathy, thank you. I need all the help I can get right now. Please, everybody, order some stuff. All right, so right there. It's okay that it's a tiny bit crooked. It's fine. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Try and make it a little straighter. Right there. Okay, so that's what it looks like on the back. And that's what it looks like on the front. So you don't have this little piece in there, right? Okay, and then you want to take your connector and you're going to slip that on, and then you're going to put this back down in the hole. How many of the lime green what, Kathy? I've got a couple of lime green items. All right, you're pushing that down in there, and you want to get it nice and snug, because do you see how it looks on this side? So cute. I love hidden connectors. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And then you clip your strap right there. Okay. So when this is down in here, you're going to kind of fold it all over this way. And now what you're doing is you're sewing these two connector pieces and this flap, this little flap cut out right along there. And you want to make sure you're holding everything even and down and tight. If you want to switch to a zipper foot, it really does help sometimes. Waterproof canvas. I have quite a few lime green waterproof canvases. I want to say like probably 20 or so. Okay. Do you see where I sewed right there? And then, look at that. Then we're going to put a rivet right there, and that's it. That's our hidden D-ring. Isn't that cool? It's not that hard. It is not that hard at all. Okay, so let's do the other side. Take this, and you're going to stick it through the hole. I love a good hidden D-ring connector, guys. I would rather this kind of connector than just one sewn right onto the bag. You know what I mean? Like, I think this just adds so much more style and makes it look more high-end than just sewing on a connector onto the bag. All right, I'm gonna go right here. Yeah, it looks super professional. I love it. I am going to trim my connector down just like that. It doesn't need to be so long. Okay, so now all I need to do is rivet through right there. Okay. And I have that. And where are my rivets? Do we have any gold ones left? No. There we go. Okay. With the piping reminds me of old school flight attendant bags. Oh yeah, that's awesome. All right, so I am just going to eyeball it and center a rivet right there. Okay. I love hidden D-rings, and for some reason, I always dread them until I do it. And then I'm like, oh, it wasn't that bad. It isn't bad. It is actually pretty dang simple. And there's a template from Leslie of Joleelee Creations. If your bag doesn't call for it and you want to put it on, it's a great template to use. I don't think I have it in arm's reach right now, but she has a template for hidden D-ring connectors. And it simplifies it and makes it so you can do it on any bag. All right. Very cute. Very cute. Yeah, Natalie, can you link her template? Her hidden D-ring template. All right, I'm just going to press these rivets real quick over here. Oh, it looks so pretty, you guys. I love it. All right, you guys, we're going to put this all together. So I'm just going to clip my centers on this real quick. Thank you, Natalie. Natalie linked the hidden D-ring template. You guys, it's totally worth it. Yeah, it has markings for the rivets, the cuts, all of it. I think she has a video on it, and so do I. I think I've done it on a couple of videos as well. Okay, so I'm going to do the panel with my flap first. It's just easier for me, I think. And I totally forgot to mark my centers on this. I should have done that beforehand. Susan, your daughter is cleaning my car right now. How awesome is she? All right. All right, here we go. So I want to mark my centers and clip those first. I'm going to get out my metal clips for this part. And here we go. There's my centers. I debated whether to put foam in the base on this bag, but I thought with the piping and the foam and the thick leather I'm using, it might have been overkill. So I didn't do foam, but I think a foam would be a great addition to this base of this bag. If you didn't have the same amount of thickness as I do. Hi, Sonia. Okay. Here. Okay, and then I'm going to come up to the other side here. Yes. Maybe. Oh, goodness. Sorry if you already said, but where are the fabrics from? Jean, the purple vinyl is the satin purple from the Faux Real line of Tulip Bee, and the canvas is an old printy fabrics print, which I'm not sure if it's being carried by anybody else right now. Teddy just looked around for Oakley. I bet he did. That's funny. All right, so definitely you need to put some snips into this gusset, and I'll be doing a bigger seam allowance around this bag because of the piping. So instead of a 1/4 inch, I'm going to be doing a 3/8 inch all along this gusset. Just, you know, FYI, your dog's barking too. Sorry. The clips you're using, are they on your website? Melanie, the clips I'm using are from Jax Lo, and she has great clips. They're amazing, and the magnetic bowls they come with are awesome. So, Natalie just linked it. Thank you, Natalie. Jax Lo. She's another small business owner. Go support. She's awesome. All right, here we go. Clips are sold out. Oh, shoot. She's probably getting a restock real soon. If you're coming to the Ohio Swag Dash, we got clips for you. All right, I am going to do 1 round basting. Oh my gosh, you guys, look how pretty that looks already. I'm in love. Okay. I love the white with the purple. So the white is Polar Bear from Tulip Bee too. And I've used it on accent pieces on my bags lately, and it is the perfect accent vinyl. I love the white. Love it, love it, love it. I don't know if I've really used much white vinyl before, so I'm kind of digging it. All right, here we go. I usually move the camera, you know, to the other side for this part. But we'll see if I can do okay right here. Let's move it a little closer to the machine. You guys can see it a little bit better. Let me know how that is. If I need to move it, I can. Do you make your own piping? Yes, Michelle. I just did 1 1/8 inch strip of vinyl. Okay, so real quick, I don't want to baste all the way starting at the top because I want my seam allowance to lay flat up there. So I'm going to start at 1/4 inch up at the top, and then I'm going to decrease to 1/8 and baste it. And then I'm going to come in about 1 inch down and increase that 1/4 inch to a 3/8 and do the piping. I want to keep the seam allowance at the top at 1/4 inch though. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So 1/4 inch there. And then I'm going to do the basting stitch here. Now, if you think you don't need a basting stitch and you just want to go for it, do it. But because I'm doing the piping and I just really want everything to be exact, I'm going to do it this way. You love that piece of hardware. Thank you, Rayvon. I just want to be sure my curves stay where they need to be. So when I go to do that piping, that none of that moves. And don't be afraid to like really get in there and hold the materials where they need to be. I like grab the curves and kind of pull it in every time I do a bag like this. And it just kind of pushes it out and helps it stay where it needs to go. All right, I'm gonna go back to that 1/4 inch seam allowance right here at the top. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go one more time around, 3/8. And you know, it slipped a tiny bit there and I really want to have like an even view of all this. So I'm just trimming this down to be even with the piping. It's okay if it slips a little bit. That happens. That's why we basted it first. Right? Like it, I mean, it barely, not even 1/8 of an inch. I mean, I'm just being a little crazy. Okay. That looks way better than the traditional D-ring connector. I know, I love it so much. I had them make it a little bit more like square and boxy though, because I really like the angle of it. Anyways, okay, so I'm gonna start here and kind of take that to the 3/8 seam allowance. When I reach that piping, okay, here we go. Again, I think the only reason I can do this with a regular foot and not switch to a zipper or piping foot is because I have the smooth skinny foot and it's not getting caught on anything. It's just going right over that cotton piping, no problem. If it was a regular walking foot, I would probably be fighting it a lot more than I am. The D-ring on top is also 1 inch. Yes, it is. It's like a 1 inch D-ring. Okay, it's nice and close. I just want to make sure it looks even. I love it. That looks great. All right, let's add the second half. Sorry, I needed a big drink of water. Here we go. Wendy, I love how my two favorite bag makers watch each other. It's very inspiring. Kasai and Rayvon from Love Lola, you're two of the best. Aw, thanks, Wendy. Rayvon is super fun. We had a great time in Vegas getting to know each other. So she's really good at roulette too. I lost all my money and she was really good at it. So there you go. The D-ring on top is also an inch. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean by that quite, but like it's shaped like a 1-inch D-ring. So, it's like a 1-inch rectangle ring here. And then this is as wide as a normal 1-inch D-ring. It's a little bit shorter. So a normal D-ring, I would say, goes a little bit higher. But yeah, it's all 1 inch. I'll get 3/4 eventually, I think, too, because I really like them. Okay, the second side should be a little bit easier because I'm not fighting with the flap on this side. Okay. But we're pretty much repeating same thing that we just did. Evelyn, yes, this is Kathy's new pattern, the Rainier, KDill Handmade. I'm guessing it's named after the peak, Rainier Peak or Rainier Mountain would be my guess. Second verse, same as the first, exactly. All right, let's do some snippety snaps. Why, hello, Orla. Thank you. This, of course, is Annette's satin purple faux reel. Okay. Hi, Carmen. Hola. It's almost cold enough to wear my Irish socks, Susan. Come to Colorado and you can wear them. It's cold here. Finally turned off my AC. All right. You love sewing and you're from Peru. Well, welcome. We're happy to have you here, Carmen. All right, here we go. Round 2. Round 2. When you make a bag for someone, do you choose the color or do you let them choose? It's very rare that I do. Sorry, I'm just moving the camera a little bit. It's very rare that I do bags for people custom anymore. But if I were to do a custom, I would let them choose. Unless I thought what they chose was ugly. I would choose something different. Oh. I tend to just sell what I make on my website. So this bag will definitely be for sale after this. And so will the first one that I made too. she chooses for sure. Yeah, I know. I have many opinions. She can't be bothered with other people's combos. You know, here's the thing. I know what I like. And I like what I like. All right, there's my first round, and then I'm gonna go again. Just gonna trim it down, make sure it's nice and even. Again, it slipped just the tiniest bit. That's okay. All right, here we go. Round 2. Yeah, once I start making things that other people like and not what I like, I lose the joy. I lose the joy in creating, and so I kind of had to stop doing that. Part of the joy is picking out and doing what you like, right? So, and if other people like it too, that's a bonus. I will tell you, back to the piping here, it has taken me a lot of trial and error on piping to figure out exactly what I need to do to give me the best results. I didn't just come out of the gate knowing how to do it and having good results every time. It is definitely a skill that you need to practice. So I highly recommend, if you want to start doing pipings on bags, just start practicing and know that your first few times probably won't be that great, and that's okay. You'll figure it out from trial and error, and you'll get it. I promise you. All right. Okay, before we turn this out, it's looking good. Before we turn it out, I'm just going to trim, yeah, that's good. Trim down my seams just a little bit, just because I know how big and thick they are, and they will probably lay better if we trim them down just a little bit. In other words, don't start piping on reality. In other words, know that you need to practice before it's going to look the way you want it to look. Yeah. You're not just going to come out of the gate with perfect piping. And if you do, I mean, good for you, man. The Lavender and Twine Fairway, I think, has great instructions on doing piping. Okay, awesome. I wish she would let me do videos. I love her cosmetic one that she came out with. Ugh, so cute. All right. Turn your bag so it's right side out. Yeah. Okay. We are going to turn this mother out, but we are going to, I'm going to use my hairdryer real quick and give it a blast of heat. Okay. I just want to make sure that everything looks good. And oh my goodness, you guys. That looks really good. I'm happy with it. I am happy with that. How cute. Okay. Piping looks on fleek, as the kids used to say. I'm sure I'm totally saying a word that they don't say anymore because it changes by day. All right. And then I'm going to add the snap at the very end on that, but oh my goodness, you guys, I love that. I forgot to baste the zipper panel on, didn't I? Sure did. Sure did. That's okay. I think, we can do that later. Let's do the lining. Oopsie. Do this and this. Let's get all of our pocket pieces ready to go. Okay. This is our zipper. Let's do our zipper pocket first to get that out of the way. It's okay. Just don't let me forget to add it later. I think I have to turn the bag out again. I could be wrong. Okay, here we go. Oopsie poopsies, as Susan would say. All right. I'm going to do the zipper pocket the way I like to do zipper pockets. So it's a little bit different than she does in the pattern. Just FYI. Either way works though. Oh, I think the kids say gas now. Yeah, maybe. My little dude said chat to me today, and I was like, chat? What are you talking about? He's like, you know, like when you're on a video and you're talking to the people on there, chat. I'm all, what? All right, dude, whatever. Oh, I think gas is old too. The amount of words my kids come home with and say are actual words is just, it's crazy to me. I don't know if that's how we were when we were kids. I feel like it's way worse now, but I could be totally wrong and just be old. So there's that. Okay. Gas in Ireland means funny. Yeah, the kids were saying gas as cool in place of like cool. That's gas. That's cool. I could be totally wrong. I'm an old, out-of-touch mom. What do I know? Right? I don't know, man. my kids hate it when I try and use the words too, so it's pretty funny. Okay. I mean, we had Rad gag me with a spoon, Grody to the max. Yeah, I guess so, but I feel like ours made sense and theirs don't. Theirs don't. I don't know. Again, I think I'm just old. And that's all there is to it. All right. How far down? 1 1/4. I got this lining from Printy Fabrics. She is no longer a business. She sold to maybe my Punkbroidery is what we're thinking. So I don't know if this print is even offered anymore. Sorry about that. Mine were saying what the Sigma. Oh yeah. Mine say that all the time. Who knows, y'all? Who knows? All right, let's sew that on. I wonder if I have a cute little, let me see if I have a cute little tag real quick. I really would like to add something to that. Oh, I do. I've got these cute little Halloween ones from Amber. Chat also means like talking. Yeah. I know. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. I got these super cute ones from Amber, the Crafty reporter. It says, Ghoul Gang, hey pumpkin. What would Dolly do? Cutie patootie and don't trip chocolate chip. I think I'm going to do Ghoul Gang. I think that's really cute. Oh, look, and it's reversible. The orange one? Do you think I should do the orange one instead? You think the Hey Pumpkin? Okay, I'll do that one. I'm like, I know I have something that would work, right? Let's do that. Oh, that's so cute, you guys. Again, I think Amber Crafty Reporter, I don't know if these are on her website or what, but super cute. All right, I'll be pulling my threads through since I'm using this nice variegated and I want it to look good. I need to use variegated thread more often. It is freaking gorgeous. Maybe I need to design more color combos. I follow someone on Instagram. He is a teacher at like a middle school and he does like weekly reels of what the kids are saying this week in school, and it's hilarious. And he goes through all the different words and defines them for you and uses them in a sentence. It's the best. It's actually very helpful for me. There's one that the kids use that is not a good thing. It is not. It's got bad words, but they use you know, a shortened version of it that one of my kids said the other day. And I was like, I actually know what that means. And you need to not say that. And they're like, oh, it's very funny. You love my Swagalicious thread. Thank you. Yeah, I do too. I need to use more of the variegated. I thought of making just like some solid variegated colorways like reds, blues, browns, you know, all that kind of good stuff. Sammy, I know. Funny. She says, my oldest says Riz means flirting, and a bunch of others I choose not to remember out of principle. Very funny. Yerp. Okay, there's that. Let's finish. And I think I'm leaving this open. Yep, because we do a double turn. Okay, here we go. I mean, look at that. Oof. Looks so good. Love it. Would you do one with peaches and corals? That'd be pretty, huh? The only thing about doing variegated threads is the minimum amount that I have to order is way more than a solid color. So I have to be really sure about it before I go and place an order to design a variegated thread that people want it. Because it's a big commitment. All right, here we go. Along the bottom first. Jean, I have 4 of your variegated threads and use them often. Yay, I'm so glad. Amber's always got cute tags. Guys, if you want to get some cute tags, go check out Amber's website. She's always got some really cute stuff. Absolutely. I need to come up with some new tags too. Where did you get the plaid vinyl? It is from Printy Fabrics, who is no longer in business. It is an old print that I got quite a while ago, probably over a year ago, I would say. So I apologize, guys. I'm trying to go through materials that I have, though, instead of buying new ones. If oopsie poopsie needs to be a tag. Oopsie poopsie needs to be, yeah, it does. That's a good one, actually. Susan, oopsie poopsie tag. Do it. If we come up with the phrases, Susan will come up with the design. That's how that works. All right. How did you learn to get products manufactured? Trial and error. Research. I know, I'm obsessed with tags too. I always forget to put them on my bags. I need to use them more. They're super fun. All right, so there's the back. There's the front. Let's finish our box. That's a good looking zipper overlay. I'm very, very happy with that. Super cute. All right. Love, love. So glad I thought to add a tag too. All right, and then we just have a little slip pocket on the other side. We're just going to close up the sides of this pocket, but we're not closing up the bottom. Okay, this is a birthed bag. You could probably do a drop-in lining. It's pretty small opening though, so I don't think you'd want to do a drop-in for this one, but up to you. Okay. Do you cut your overlay by hand? Yes, I do, Orla. This bag has a little template for it, but it's just a rectangle box. You could do it by hand. I think the video I did, what was that? Oh, when was that? I just cut one out. It was the Susu sling that I just made the other night. For a nighttime sew, I showed you how I just cut out an overlay on that video, if you're curious. I did it like 3-4 nights ago, I think. I pretty much just make the overlay as long as the lining pieces, and then 2 inches wide usually, and then a 1/2 inch cut out in the middle. That's like overlay 101 right there. I'm just pre-folding the bottom of my pocket. I feel like it helps. All right, and then I'm just going to close the sides up. All right, cool beans. Let's go to the slip pocket. Oh, that looks so good. Hi, Oakley Dokley. I'm going to do my slip pocket just a tiny different as well. I forgot to cut out a top little piece though. I'll have to go cut that out real quick. But I'm just going to fold in my sides and fold it up in half. I'm measuring in 3/4. It's just going to be a baby pocket. It's nothing big. Just a little baby. And then I'm just going to fold that to the line. Beautiful. And then up and baste it, and then I'll put a little cut of vinyl over the top. I need to go just cut a little strip. Yeah, the pink overlay is the one I was doing in the Susu sling. That's the one I'm talking about. All right, and let me just go cut a little strip for the top of that real quick because I forgot to do that. All right, we'll do white. Thank you, Natalie. You're awesome. Thanks for the help. Not a lot of moderators were available today, so I appreciate you chipping in. That's what happens when I do everything last minute. Sometimes people can come on and sometimes they can't. All right. Oh, yay. Annette's here now. Perfect. Thank you, guys. You're both awesome. All right. I'm just going to top stitch that on, and then we'll put it onto our lining. Annette has entered the chat. That's right. Your hair is looking fabulous. I'm so happy for you. I need to find a salon to go to. My poor daughter. She's probably sick of doing my hair. I just need to find someone. Okay. Placement for the pocket is in the pattern. Will there be shopping opportunities at the Swag Dash? Samantha, I wasn't planning on bringing because I'm flying, so I don't have a lot of extras, but if you have requests, I'll bring stuff for you. Just text me. There we go. Carol, the canvas is from Printy Fabrics from over a year ago, so I don't think it's a thing anymore. But all my vinyl is from Tulip Bee. How cute are those? All right, so let's do our gusset. And then we'll put the 2 layers together, you guys. So I like to do the hole in my bag on my zipper pocket side. I feel like I can pull it through easier when I do that. So I'm going to sew it all the way around on this side. Right? We leave a hole. Make sure. Yes. So here we go. Let me clear some space real quick. All right, I like to just use regular clips for this piece. You know, it's a cute print, guys. I know it is. I was half tempted to buy her company and the designs that go along with it, but I just didn't have the money for it. Yeah, it was, I think this is one of my purchases from Printy Fabric at So Magical. Yep. Or it's one that I ordered from her. I don't know. Your clips can be a little bit bigger because you need to increase your seam allowance on the lining. So don't be afraid to do bigger snips on here. All right, beautiful. Whatever happened to the leopard print for the Boreal bag that I know, Jean, I have all of those kits sitting on the floor in my closet. I just need to list them. Thanks for the reminder. Maybe I'll try and do that this weekend. Yeah, I really need to get those listed. I'm going quite a bit bigger on my lining just because I know I had to increase the seam allowance for the piping on my bag. So I need to go even bigger on the lining. And make sure your zipper pocket doesn't get caught underneath as you sew up the lining, because that would not be fun. Okay, and now second side. So this one, I'm going to leave a nice big hole because we're going to be doing a double pull through on this. So that's kind of nice. I need to hurry and go over to my cylinder arm. I forgot to have that threaded. That won't take me long though. I'm pretty fast at that. I'm running into school pickup time, so I gotta keep an eye on the time here. I think we're gonna be able to get the majority of this bag done though. All right, here, and here, and here. She says leave about 7 inches. I'm gonna measure and see what that is. It's like from here to here. So yeah, a good amount. Here we go. Real world issues that distract our bag making, right, Dawn? Ay. All right. And then I'm going to come in like right about here probably. I left quite a gap because last time I didn't leave a big enough gap. So I want to make sure that I leave enough room this time on this bag. I almost didn't go back to my smaller seam allowance. Uh-oh, I just cut off the tip of my thing. That's okay. We're good. Trim that and trim this. All right, let's do it. Put her together. I wish I had someone to carpool with for my kids. I do not, and they normally ride the bus, but our school district, for some reason, has to close down the bus every, like, 4 weeks or something like that because of budgets. I have no idea, but, so yeah, there's no bus running this week. I need to, how does she do it? Turning this so it's right side out. So she has you... That's good, because I need to turn this back, actually. I need to turn my lining, or my exterior back to put on my zipper panel real quick. And then we'll put the two together. All right, so let me put on the zipper panel real quick. This is the front of my bag, so I want it going this way. I was supposed to do this before I put the gusset to the main panels and forgot. That's okay. It'll still turn out good. Just gotta squish it. And then this one here. You just got home from school car lines? Yeah. I get to go wait in school car lines, so yay. Okay. Last one. My exterior vinyl is satin purple from Tulip Bee, and it is like a pearlescent. It's so pretty. You guys will love it. Okay. Line up. Turn your completed lining right side out. Make sure your completed exterior is wrong side out, and slide your lining inside. Line up. I think last time I did this, I did it the other way around, so either way works. And I want my zipper pocket on the back. Okay, here we go. You guys see okay? I think we're good, right? Yeah? Okay. I really want to just at least get this stitched around the top and turned out so you guys can see it. You guys are going to love it. Oh, I should line up the seams first, actually. Let's do the side seams first. It's pretty dang good. Oh, I'm going to flip down that D-ring connector. Make sure that's flipped down and out of your way inside of it. And make sure your zipper tails are not getting caught in anything as you go along too, because you don't want that being sewn into the seam. Yeah, this purple vinyl in person is so pretty. Like, you think it looks good on this camera right now. In person, it's even better. It really is. Come on, open up, little seam. Isn't this a cute bag, you guys? It is seriously, every once in a while, there's bags where I'm like, I really enjoyed making that. Like, sometimes bags are frustrating and tiring. This one is just fun. It is a fun make. I absolutely love it. I highly recommend you go grabbing this pattern. And if you want a pattern to practice piping on, This is a great pattern for piping, you guys. Cut out some scraps first and, you know, just do a practice one with it. Great piping bag. What do I have in there? Black? That's how I felt about the Tamor too. Yes. Okay, I have time. I'm going to switch my thread real quick on, ooh, that one's bent, on my cylinder, and we're going to finish this up on my cylinder arm real quick. Because I can. Because why not, right? You got it, use it. All right, let me just switch out the thread real fast. I think I have a bobbin. Yep, already wound over here. And then let me bring this. All right. I don't know what my dog is barking at right now. He's not happy. Is that considered an ergonomic chair? It's just a stool that I found. I have it linked on my Amazon. It's just a nice higher seat because the cylinder arms sit higher. So a regular, you know, office gaming chair is too low for it. So I highly recommend finding a chair that sits a little higher if you're going to be using a cylinder arm. Okay. I had a hard time threading this needle the other day. Let's see if I can do it. Come on, baby. I think the needle has like stuff in it from interfacing. So it makes it hard to get the thread through. All right. All threaded, ready to go. Let's do it. See, that didn't take a long time, right? Totally worth it. Where are your glasses? I don't know, Fran. I don't know. They're all over the house except for where I need them. That's where they are. All right, here we go. Let's do this. How often do you change your needle in your cylinder arm? Not very often. I think I've only changed it once so far because I only usually use it for, you know, the very end of bags. I haven't ever sewn a full bag on it because it doesn't handle the lighter materials as well. So I normally haven't, yeah. It's probably time for a change of a needle, I would guess. So hi, Chastity. We are almost done, but you caught us. Story of your life. I'm so sorry. It would help if I had more of a schedule, but I don't. All right, let's turn her out. Isn't she cutie? You know what? I'm gonna give it just a little bit of heat. Are you happy with your saddle chair? Yeah, I am. I really like it. I feel like when you use heat to turn your bags, the Decaville wrinkles less as well. All right. What time is it? All right. I think I can top stitch. Oh my gosh, you guys. My zipper is on upside down. That's what happens when you try and hurry. Well, you know what? I am going to have to seam rip. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to show you what this bag looks like though, because, oh my goodness, you guys. I put on my zipper panel the wrong way. Oh, it's fixable, but I don't have the energy for that currently. Okay, so let's just look at it. It's still super cute, but I am not fixing it at this point in time. Oh, dang it. We were so close. All right. Here's our bag, guys. I will turn it through again and fix this and just take a bigger seam allowance so I don't have any holes on the vinyl when I sew it all together. It is what it is. It's fixable though. I am just like you guys. Absolutely. Too bad the zipper's upside down or else I would just leave it. All right. So all I have to do is top stitch after I fix it and close up the holes. And then I will put the little cute door knocker on my flap, the magnetic snap. And I think I'll record a little video of me installing that because a lot of you wanted to see how that lock was put on. So I will post a little video of how I put on the lock on this flap and the end result of this bag. I'll probably just do a pre-recorded video and upload it. But there she is, you guys. It is such a cute bag. You guys go grab this pattern. Kathy did such a good job designing it. Again, the hardware, the variegated thread, all that is from my website. Vinyl is from Annette and pattern is from KDill Handmade. I will link it all below so you guys can find it easy. And can you show us the door knocker before you run away? Yes. It's called Large Circle Magnetic Lock, I believe, on my website. And reverse pull, I know. It's fine. You know what? I haven't made a mistake like that in a hot second. So it just is what it is. This little cutie right here is what I'm putting on. It's going to hang. It's going to hang down about right there. And it just screws on. So I just have to punch out a couple of holes for the screws to go through. And then it has another side of the magnet that hooks right there. And then it closes. It's actually very simple and easy to do. And I will totally show you that in a video. All right. This will be for sale on my website along with the first one I made. So this is what it looks like when the zipper panel is correct on the back. Do you see how it kind of like pokes up like that? It's super cute. I can't believe I did that wrong. This is the first one I made. And this floral is from Wonderground, and so is the checks. But both of these will be for sale on my website, and I hope you guys liked that video. Thank you so much for watching and supporting me. I really appreciate it all. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. That always helps me out a ton. And let me know if you guys have any comments or questions down below. I'll try and answer them. And thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.